Hey guys, for Excessive Talent Gaming, I am Best Graves USA. Sitting beside me here is Danowitz.
And we're finally going to bring you the first game.
Yeah, the first round game of this tournament right here. The tournament is 4-team tournament. It's gonna be round robin. We are presenting every other game that's not being presented right now on the first XSV Talent Gaming Twitch stream. So this is going to be Pals for Life versus BDG. On Pals for Life side is going to be blue side, Ghost, X Spirit, Siren, Ashtard, Zeus, and Tarhas. While on purple team we have Wholesale, Gerbils, I'm Losing Sleep, Jerickson, Sukma, and the Punisher.
And we got some early bans coming out here. You can see Vayne being banned, and then Fiddlesticks, Renekton, and Ahri. It looks like they may be perhaps targeting a mid laner with the Ahri ban. And looks like the blue team, which is
Pals for
Life, is targeting more the AD carry.
Yeah, Vayne and Draven are just good. Like, as far as AD carries are concerned, those are two very, very strong carries that if they get fed, they are very hard to stop. Draven is especially deadly early game. Vayne is especially deadly late game. So they just don't want to allow their AD carry to have that potential to just roll.
And the Galio ban definitely must be targeted because you do not see too many Galio bans these days.
Galio has not been a champion that's been played in quite a couple of months now.
Yeah, he has his place against the double AP comps, but that's about it. Alright, so we'll see what they're going to pick up for their first pick. He's got a lot of ribbons on this team.
Yeah, that blue team definitely has a lot of ribbons.
See, they have their great leader up first. Picking up the Blitzcrank. He's got Smite, but that might be for a support swap.
Yeah, Blitzcrank is a great support pick overall. And it's great for early kills and for early aggression.
And BDG instantly locks Elise.
Elise can go anywhere. Elise, you can see Elise top lane, mid lane. You can see her in the jungle. You can also see her as support if you want to. If I were to guess, I would say that would be an Elise top lane.
That's what I would guess as well. And a misfortune pick. Not a great pick against Blitzcrank, but due to the lack of a dash, hard to dodge his grabs, but we'll see how that works out.
Blue team picks up Lux and Zed. Zed, a great assassin, especially against Misfortune. Misfortune won't really have any way to get out of Zed if Zed gets to her, so that's a great pick for blue team. Purple team picking up Thresh, locking in Thresh. They still have not picked their fourth person. Thresh, of course, is one of the most highly coveted supports out there.
Definitely one of my favorites these days.
Yeah, LCS everywhere. Thresh is just ridiculous with his lantern and with all the CC that he can carry with him.
Alright, so working on their fourth pick. Probably see a jungler come out here. I would think that they might want to save their mid for last. Well, I guess they do know that Pals for Life will be playing Lux mid.
And a Garen, as it seems, top lane.
So that means that Elise was probably mid or jungle, depending on if they swap. And we got Pals for Life picking up their last two picks here. Let's see, they're hovering on Varus for their AD carry. So pretty with Blitz, if he grabs you, Varus can easily land his ult and just lock you up. Very good kill potential.
Last pick would be a Mumu. A Mumu and Varus combined is very strong because a Mumu can ult. And if a Mumu can get everyone in his ulti, Varus can then ulti and then have his ulti spread to the rest of the team. So it's very good. It's very good change CC that you can produce there with Varus and Mumu.
And what's going to be so strong about this team, if they lock those in, is everyone on their team can just initiate a fight so strongly. If it's a blitz grab, Zed can jump in with his ulti and pick off a target. You got the Lux snare, Varus's chains, or a Mumu bandage tossing. If you get close to them, they will be able to initiate on you and catch you out.
The only problem that I see with blue team right now is blue team is very AoE burst dependent at the moment, and purple team is built a very, very tanky team with Elise, Thresh, and Garen. So if in a 5v5 team fight, blue team really needs to be far ahead to be able to burst down everyone that they can, because if they can't burst down purple team, then purple team is easily going to out DPS blue team.
And hovering over Twisted Fate right now, so that would perhaps make Elise the jungler, though she does not have Smite right now. So we'll see if that's what they go with. They'll have to change up their summoner spells or run some crazy no jungle strat.
Elise with Twisted Fate would be really, really strong, especially once Twisted Fate hits 6, because Elise in general is a very strong ganker, has a lot of good, strong CC, and if Twisted Fate follows up with that... Oh, never mind. Twisted Fate is not being locked in. It's going to be Rengar jungle. Elise is going to go mid lane, Garen top lane, Misfortune and Thresh bot lane, and blue team we got Blitzcrank and Varus bot lane, Lux mid lane, Zed up top, and Amumu in the jungle. How do you feel about this matchup?
Well, we'll have to see. Rengar is one of those junglers that he snowballs really hard, so if you can shut him down early, then he shouldn't prove to be much of a threat. But if he gets 1 or 2 good ganks off, gets a kill or 2, then he can become really deadly, and when he jumps out of that brush, like, you better be running.
Misfortune Garen can be a very, very strong armor shred team. Regardless of whether Garen or Misfortune gets Black Cleaver, they both can get it, and it would be so effective for their team, just because of the spin would proc 6 times of the armor pen
of Black Cleaver,
while Misfortune's ulti would proc 6 times the armor pen. So if you can get either one of those abilities into a team fight, then Rengar, Garen, and Misfortune would be able to just go haywire and go crazy with them.
Yes, that is a lot of armor pen shred potential. So now we're going to have the 3-minute spectator delay as we wait so that no one can ghost these teams, just in case.
Yeah, we don't want a certain person ghosting this game. So who do you think has a stronger team? Who do you think can...
I really like the blue team, Pals for Life. I think that their ability to catch someone out and their strong initiation... I mean, BDG does have some initiate with the Thresh Hook or the Elise Stun, but I think that all of the AoE CC and the grabs of Blitzcrank, we'll see. It really depends who's gonna land more grabs, Blitzcrank or Thresh.
As far as lanes are concerned, how should each lane play out?
Well, I think that Garen is actually a strong pick against Zed, because Zed usually wants to burst down his opponent, especially when he hits level 6, and Garen is pretty tanky, and it's really hard to burst down when he pops his Courage Shield. So, Lux versus Elise in the mid, that one's pretty even matchup. We'll see, they're both ranged, so there shouldn't be too much going on there. We'll see who lands more of their skill shot stuns. And in the bottom, Blitz and Varus versus Misfortune and Thresh. This one, once again, it can really, whichever support lands the grab first is going to determine how that fight goes. If they get aggressive on each other, if Blitz is able to land the grab on Misfortune, then she's going to go down, assuming they're post 6.
Well, I think that the mid lane is going to be the most interesting one. The mid lane and jungle is going to be the 2 most interesting things to watch. Elise and Lux are both ranged, but if Elise decides to go, balls deep and just go all in on Lux, Lux in general does not deal very well with gap closing champions, especially assassins like Elise. So if Elise and Rengar both huddle up against Lux, she could have a lot of problems in mid lane. As far as the jungle's concerned, Amumu's a very slow jungler. Rengar is slightly faster jungler, correct me if I'm wrong, but he's a much faster jungler than Amumu is.
They're actually about even. Amumu, I mean, when he has his blue buff, he can clear pretty quickly, since he's all AoE. Rengar, a little more single target.
Would you expect to see Rengar counter jungling and dueling against Amumu? Or trying to force that?
We'll have to see. I wouldn't expect too much, with the stun and Amumu's damage reduction, he can be a pretty decent duelist. Rengar's not that strong in the jungle. He's got okay sustain, okay clear, but he's not the strongest one-on-one. He's got good burst, but he's not going to take you if Amumu's at high health, he's not going to take you from 100 to 0.
Now, the question that everyone's wondering, are you expecting to see some invisible Rengar Thresh Lantern pools ganks?
That would be quite the play. We'll have to see how much coordination these teams have.
That would be the most epic thing, to have Rengar go invisible, Thresh throw the lantern behind him, pull Rengar while he's still invisible, and then jump in and get a kill. I would love to see that happen. Skin Wars, let's see what happens here. Bot lane, purple side is definitely winning the Skin Wars with no skins at all. Whereas blue team has almost Prom King Amumu, still Legion Lux, Shockblade, and Shockblade Zed.
But they're both losing on the connecting to the game wars because 4v4 is not very good. Oh, and the Blitzcrank skin. You're almost 5 for 5 versus 0 for 5 purple team.
That's some good skins. I like the Blitzcrank skin.
I'm not such a fan. I like his Boom Boom Blitzcrank, the boxing gloves one, but it's all good. I liked when Blitzcrank came out and there was the big controversy over his grab is too hard to see, it's killing me.
Well, same thing with the Steel Legion Lux.
Yeah.
Her particles can be a pain in the butt to see. We'll see if that plays any into the game here.
So as we load in, I wonder if Rengar will start at his red buff to get an earlier gank, since he's not a mana-dependent jungler.
I think purple team needs to invade. I think purple team has a much stronger level 1. They have the CC, and if they can get that early invade and they can shut down a Mumu, I think that would really...
Now, of course, invading against the Mumu is a very popular thing, but purple does have a very strong team. Miss Fortune has tons of damage at level 1, much more than Varus. Elise can get her stun, which is great, obviously. Thresh's hook, it gives him a lot of damage, and CC with the pull. Garen, of course,
with the silence.
Yeah, Garen's early game damage is good, and Rengar with his leap, that's a lot better than Zed. Zed doesn't do that much at level 1. If he's going to throw a shuriken, that's not going to do much. And Amumu and Varus are obviously not that strong at level 1 either.
Lux has a snare, but if you miss the snare, she's not really going to do much damage at that point.
Yeah. So if we do have any level 1 action, I think that, assuming there's no Blitzcrank pull, that the advantage would go to the purple team. Alright, so everyone has loaded up now.
And we will get into the game here shortly.
Interesting that the Friends for Life, only one of them has a portrait, the border silver. Alright, so here we go. We see support utility masteries on Thresh, but none coming out on the other side. Blitzcrank not very deep in the utility tree.
Blitzcrank is probably running a lot in defense, I would assume. 31-47.
Alright, so we see them immediately moving out. Amumu's heading for his blue buff. He wants to defend that. Counter jungling Amumu's such a popular thing. You see it all the time. So, purple team not very quick to buy, so they might not be going for any level 1 play. And let's look at the starting builds. We see Zed and Garen both starting with the red pot and the ward plus 4 pots.
That's just a really
that's
popular.
that's really standard, but so there might be some aggressive tendencies there, but with both of them having the red pots, that should more or less cancel out. Jungler's obviously starting with Shetty and 5. Everything pretty standard across the board, really.
Purple team and blue team both deciding to start on blue. I don't think we're going to see any early aggression from both of them.
No, definitely not. You can see both teams are adapting a pretty defensive standpoint. They're both spread out so they can watch as many entrances to their jungle as possible and know if the other team's coming. You see Thresh and Elise, they both are guarding that bottom side.
Interestingly enough, there are no early wards placed anywhere.
Yeah, well, those are really popular in if you watch LCS, but otherwise, you see Thresh throwing one ward down at the Wraiths, spotted out and pinged by Blitzcrank, so they're gonna know that they're watching.
Varus Blitzcrank deciding not to do double golems. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be standard 1-1-2 lanes. There's not gonna be any lane swapping going on at the moment.
Now, one interesting thing about the starting build is neither support picked up any pink wards. And that's going to make it really hard to gank bottom lane because neither of them is going to be able to deny vision to the other team.
Pink wards are just very strong, especially early. One pink ward in the very beginning of the game can pretty much guarantee at least one entrance from which the jungler can gank from.
So everything pretty standard. Going to have both duo bot lanes and both the junglers moving on to their toward their red buffs. I think that the Rengar, they both use their smite on blue actually, so they're going to be a little bit slower, but probably have more health when they're coming out of the jungle.
So Varus Blitzcrank immediately started with CSing bot lane, so they're going to hit level 2 a little faster than Misfortune and Thresh are. Mid lane, Elise and Lux just farming it out right now. Nothing really interesting. I really think Elise should be focusing on zoning and harassing, because Elise's spells are better for getting early game damage than Lux's at the moment.
Let me see, Rengar setting up for a potential gank here, but Elise kind of playing aggressive, kind of tips Lux off that he's in the brush there, and she's able to safely retreat.
Yeah, Elise really just, right when Rengar was in the bush, Elise started pushing up towards Lux, and Lux was just like, whoa, why is Elise being all aggressive? And so he just assumed, there's got to be a Rengar there, so she ran away. Elise now being really aggressive on Lux while Amumu was coming in for the gank.
Oh, good repel to the minions to get away, and Amumu's not able to land the bandage toss with those minions in the way. Smart play by Elise, really getting out of that gank.
Top lane, Graham putting a lot of damage down on Zed. Blitzcrank going in on... Oh, Thresh with a great grab on Varus. Can they make something happen? Exhaust going down, and the first blood goes down for Misfortune. Can they get the kill on Blitzcrank now? Thresh going in. The pool should be up here in a couple of seconds now, but Blitz flashes away. Mid lane, Amumu comes in for the gank on Elise, and Elise goes down.
And the ignite. Oh, and the last tick of the Ignite does not finish off that Lux.
A lot of action here early on. I like it.
Good plays by everyone. Good gank by Amumu, and good grab by Thresh, and immediate exhaust follow-up.
I'm not entirely sure what happened bot lane, but Blitzcrank just started going in towards Misfortune, which really put Varus in a really bad situation. Varus with a great grab on Blitzcrank.
Oh, Blitzcrank's passive is down. Misfortune flashes and picks up the kill.
Great kill there by Misfortune. Misfortune now 2-0.
Oh. And an easy pickup for Zed as Garen just slightly underestimates his damage. Perhaps forgot about the Ignite and easily finished off. Garen did not use his red pot, so neither did Zed, but it could have potentially saved his life. When you use those red pots, it gives you the immediate like 250-ish health.
120 to 235 health.
And that's not like decreased by Ignite, because it increases your max health by that much.
Yeah, it's like having a small summoner heal in your inventory. So that's a great way. Like if you don't have, that's a great way to do some heal baits if you want to.
So it looks like everything's gotten back to more or less normal.
Elise going in now.
Oh man, dude, the Spiderling's blocking the snare.
That damage from Elise is just so strong. The Spiderlings, I didn't even think about this, but the Spiderlings are just going to cause so much havoc for Lux, because Lux's snare can only snare 2 enemies at the same time. And so if she ends up hitting 2 of the Spiderlings, Elise is safe.
And we have Amumu coming in for a gank, but he's been spotted out by the ward in this brush, so Thresh and Misfortune are well aware of the situation.
Interestingly enough, even though Misfortune was able to get the kill early on, Varus is still doing a really good job of CSing, still out-CSing Misfortune. Blitzcrank going in right now with Amumu following up with a gank. Can something happen here? Blitzcrank does end up getting the punch up, takes a lot of harass, but nothing really materializes from that.
And I'm not really sure. Did Blitzcrank even use his grab? It seemed like after he knocked up Thresh, he used
the grab first, missed the grab early on, and I didn't have it available afterwards.
Oh well, poor timing on his choice to engage then. So up top, we can see Zed taking a bit of advantage with that kill. He's now up almost 10 CS, and he's keeping Garen pushed onto his turret.
Yeah, this does not look good for Garen at all. Garen is 5, Zed is 6. Zed can go all in on Garen right now if Garen pushes out. If he does, Garen's not going to be able to take it.
Man, this is a very aggressive bottom lane. Both of these...
Oh, great pull by Thresh, and Misfortune's able to get the kill here. Actually, Thresh picking up the kill on Blitzcrank.
Those Thresh grabs, he is landing them, and...
Thresh is being a baller right now.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. You see him putting down the pink ward to deny vision, and he's dominating that lane.
Now, do you think we're going to see a dive from Zed at some point?
Perhaps when his Ignite is up in about 30 seconds. Garen, actually, he might not even need that. Garen is very low, and here it comes.
Oh, there's a tower dive going in. Great kill. Flash out. Will the tower get Zed? No.
And very easy. Garen is just getting harassed down. He does not have enough sustain, and as soon as he's low, Zed has now just finished him off twice.
Yeah, that first kill earlier, about 3 minutes ago, really just hurt Garen so much. Thresh with a pull on Blitzcrank right now. Blitz going for the grab on Misfortune. If he had landed that, that could have been really bad as Amumu was back there, could have followed up. But Misfortune, Thresh now going back. Buying for the first time, I think. No, second time, sorry.
So right now we are at almost 8 minutes into the game and 3-3 on kills, and we have Purple actually ahead 1,000 gold, which is more than you would expect since it's even on kills, no turrets or dragon, and most of that's just the creep score from mid.
Most of it, that and the assist, because there's a lot more assist gold coming down from bot lane.
That's true as well. Those solo kills on Zed, you know, when you... it's good to kill someone, but it's even better when you get the assist. You get 50% of the kill bounty as assist gold, actually. So it makes a big difference.
So question to you now, what can Garen do now to get back in this game? Because right now he's going an aggressive build with double longsword. He's probably looking to pick up a brutalizer. Oh, he's coming down bot lane for a gank. Misfortune, great stun on Varus. Misfortune is exhausted by Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank punches Elise going up. Ignite is right now on Varus, and Elise goes in and gets the kill on Varus. That was great gank right there by Varus. Not by Varus, by Elise.
And good cooldown management by her, too. She came in, she used all of her human form spells, and switched...
Oh, great pull by Blitzcrank! He might actually get the kill on Elise with that.
And looks like she's just barely able to
Lux
escape.
is coming down, though. Lux is coming down, has her ulti.
And Amumu's going to clean up this Elise.
That was just a great pull by Blitzcrank. Was able to read where Elise was going to go. Just fired a blind grab and got herself a nice spider.
And able to capitalize, at least make it 1-for-1 on that gank. Now, like I was saying, it was good play by Elise because she landed her cocoon, her spider, and her poison, and then she went into spider form, and she saved her repel for after Varus flashed away. So then she was able to catch up with him anyway, finish him off with the execute.
Just great play right there by Elise.
And we see Zed picking off Garen again. He's got that cutlass, he used the active and his red pot. This lane is just getting rough for Garen. And sadly, there's little he can do besides just sit under his turret and hope to survive.
Misfortune dishing out some damage there with her ulti, getting the damage on Varus and getting that wave cleared.
Oh, good.
Oh, great pull!
If Varus ultis, this could be a kill.
I don't know if Varus has his ulti. He does have his ulti, but he chose not to use it.
And instead, Misfortune's able to turn it around and finish off Blitz. I have to say, if Varus had snared Misfortune under the turret, I think that would have been a nice kill.
Yeah, I had assumed that he didn't have it because he didn't... Like, that was a great pull by Blitzcrank. That was a great knock-up by Blitzcrank. Had Varus just fired the ulti right there and then, that could have gone a lot different, but instead, Misfortune was able to get the double up and get the kill on Blitzcrank.
And that bottom lane is really snowballing, and it's probably because Misfortune is going for that Brutalizer Black Cleaver build. That's really strong early game. You know, the Brutalizer flat armor pen against usually AD carries and supports aren't running too much armor. It's really effective.
Right now, Varus is running 47 armor. Brutalizer is taking out 10 of that armor, and she also is running that 8% in the offense tree. Rengar now looking to get a gank on top lane. This might not end up going well because Rengar's, not only is he low, he's 3 levels behind Zed. Zed can just ulti in and take out Rengar with one simple burst. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Garen is also 2 levels behind Zed. Zed is just so big right now. 30 CS above, 3 kills up.
And he is really keeping Pals for Life in this game because the bottom lane is really not going their way, but Zed has a firm grasp on the top lane.
Amumu also doing a good job, was able to pick up a kill earlier bot lane, and with that 1 assist, a nice, good farmed tank can keep anyone in a game.
And see, this is what I was talking about before the game starts. Rengar hasn't gotten a single kill or assist yet, and he's just not going to be a very big threat with that. You see, he hasn't even upgraded his machete into razors. He's just going probably for a Spirit Visage.
I just missed the kill in mid lane. I'm sorry about that.
And like this, Rengar actually is building a locket, but he's not going to be...
Amumu bot lane for the gank. Blitzcrank getting the punch up. Might be able to get the pull on Misfortune. Great ulti by Varus. Amumu going in with the ulti. Down's going to go Thresh, and down's going to go Misfortune. Misfortune with the ulti was able to pick up Blitzcrank. That's a great play there. Great play by blue team. And good job by Misfortune to be able to at least pick something up for his troubles. Rengar ulting and now going mid with red buff with the ulti might be able to get the kill on Lux. Lux was able to snare Rengar.
Oh, he needs to use his flash. Oh, and he could perhaps get this. Almost dodges the laser.
Oh my gosh.
Pays with his life. And I have to say, I guess it was worth it. Lux was on a killing spree, so he got the shutdown gold. Also, she was higher level, and of course, trading a jungler for a mid is never that bad.
Yeah.
So, good play by Rengar. Way to know that he could pick up that kill with his flash.
Now, the only thing I would have questioned is, would he have been able to use 2 spells while he was chasing her and then stun her again? Because he was at 3 stacks.
I'm not sure. Depends on his cooldowns. So this bottom lane going a little better now. Varus did get 500G shutdown gold on Misfortune for that last kill, so that's gonna really help them actually stay in the game with her.
That pretty much put Varus back in the game because Varus is now a level ahead of Misfortune. Misfortune, great grab again by Blitzcrank.
But Varus went back, so it's actually gonna backfire.
Sometimes you just don't want to pull them.
Yep, sometimes
grabs
are not always good.
You want to, you can do it. Oh, at least coming top lane now for a gank. Might be able to get a kill on Zed. Zed going to try and burst down Garen.
Oh, that Death Mark and Ignite might be enough. And
yeah, Death Mark is enough. But can at least kill Zed? Amumu coming in now.
Good execute by Elise, just like barely before Amumu comes in and stuns her, and she gets away safely from the Lux. Good pickup, once again, worth it. That Garen is not worth much gold. He has died 4 times in a row now, and Zed was worth 500.
Yeah, so that's another shutdown gold for, not another one, but that's shutdown gold again for Purple Team that they were able to pick up.
And it shows, if you look at the gold totals, well, now that the tower went down, it was almost
at least now going on Lux. This might not be a good idea for Lux.
Oh,
that was a great repel.
Laser, and this Lux is just going to go down.
Now bot lane, Rengar is here trying to see if they can get a gank on, but Blitzcrank was able to see them. Rengar is running away.
Good job by Elise. She's really getting big, and using that repel to take away Lux's burst, she can't do anything after that. Great play by her.
Again, Lux is the problem with Lux is Lux has such long cooldowns. Like all of her abilities are at least 10 seconds long, and so if Elise is able to dodge her abilities, there's nothing Lux can do to fight Elise at that point.
So we see Garen's finally picked up some armor. He's got a chain vest now. That's going to help him a lot. And with the tower down, he'll hopefully be able to farm. But Zed might start roaming. He is going to be very deadly.
So let's just talk about how far ahead bot lane is right now. At least the supports are. Because Thresh has not only a Philosopher's Stone, but a Sight Stone. Amumu now coming in for a gank. Blitzcrank engaging on Misfortune. The box going down.
Varus missing his ulti, but it doesn't matter. Zed is able to take out Thresh, who was a little bit far forward, didn't see the gank coming, and paid for it.
Elise now coming down bot lane. I'm not sure she'll be able to do anything about this, though.
That Blitzcrank, barely dodging the stun. Elise needs to dodge this grab, and...
Oh, great grab by Amumu.
Oh, dodge!
Oh my gosh, she dodged it!
Dodges the Curse of the Sad Mummy and repels over the wall to Varus. What a play by Elise.
That was an awesome repel. I was not, I saw, she went up, but I wasn't sure if she was still stunned. Lux now going after Rengar.
Oh, and one more auto attack.
One more attack, she'll get it. Oh, no, one more!
Varus jukes out, and
oh my gosh!
Locked with the Iron Solari, and he bursts her down. Oh, good juke by Rengar. Smart use of the Locket of Iron Solari to prevent her last auto attack from finishing him.
Lux stopped auto attacking. Lux kept trying to get into position for her abilities and stopped auto attacking. Had she put 1 or 2 more auto attacks in there, that would have just been the end of Rengar at that point.
But meanwhile, while that was happening, Amumu and Varus picked up Dragon, taking advantage of bottom lane having to go back.
Garen was also able to pick up top lane while all that stuff was going on also. So right now, it's 16 and a half minutes into this game. This is an action-packed game. We got 21 kills in 16 minutes. 3 towers down for blue team. All the outer towers are down. Purple team has one tower, and that was just the tower up here that Garen was just able to pick up.
And the way this game is, we can really see that a lot of the gold is forming on people. If there's a lot of power in Zed right now, there's a lot of power in Misfortune and Elise right now. So if the teams are able to land a grab or some CC on those champions, really a fight could go either way. And this is really one that either team still has a great chance in.
Thresh is in a really bad spot at Baron Pit right now.
Gets caught out.
Great pull by Blitzcrank, but they're not going to be able to pick up the kill because Garen and Rengar are up there right now helping him out. Zed coming down to see if he can help out.
Oh, and they might pursue this Garen.
No, I think they're just going to pull. I think they're just going to pull away at this point.
Good job by Garen and Rengar to come over there, save their Thresh. Thresh barely gets away, uses the lantern.
That could have been so bad for blue team.
Yeah, you know.
And Lux picks it up with the ulti. Lux with the final spark, taking out Thresh.
Not a very good place to recall, and we can see Elise and Rengar kind of zoned off to the side here.
This is just a really bad positioning for purple side overall because all 5 members are in mid lane right now. Elise is in the jungle, Rengar's in the jungle. Misfortune was bot lane, had just backed up to base. They lost. They not only lost Thresh, but they also lost a turret with that positioning.
And we can see Rengar still being chased around. Zed might be able to pick him off. He pops the ulti so that he can safely escape, hopefully.
Oh, great snare there by Lux. Oh my gosh, and just the wombo combo on Elise to knock her down.
See, that's the kind of catch-out potential I was talking about. Everyone on their team. You saw Blitzcrank miss the grab, but then Lux lands her snare, immediately followed up by Bandage Toss, and they have so much catching potential. If you get hit by one of those CCs, it's going to be chained.
Yeah. This is just slowly starting to go into Blue's favor. Purple team was... Oh, great grab by Thresh!
Oh, and the box coming out. Thresh needs to catch up and use his Flay. I don't believe he used it. Looks like Zed is going to be able to escape using his Living Shadow and Blade of the Ruined King active.
Great use of the Bork right there.
Oh, but...
They might keep pursuing. I would not...
Thresh is faster than him. He's got Boots 5. Oh, it just got triggered off by a minion. That's a little bit unfortunate. He was gaining quite quickly on him.
But this just... The momentum is shifting more and more towards Blue as time's going on.
Oh, you see Lux trying to steal that blue buff. Misfortune just gets away with it, though.
So what does purple team need to do right now to get back in this game?
Well, what they need to do is you can see that they have pretty good board coverage with the vision wards, but they really need to start landing Thresh hooks again. He landed a lot in laning phase, but we haven't seen so many great hooks from him lately, and they need to do exactly what Blue is doing. They need to catch someone out, and when Thresh hooks someone, it needs to be Lux, Zed, or Varus. If he hooks a Moo or Blitzcrank, that's not going to help them at all.
I think they also need to start grouping up and start taking objectives. Blue team has been pretty much together for the past 5-10 minutes, getting objectives, pushing down mid lane, and that's why they're able to just keep catching people out, because once they catch somebody, their entire team is there to follow up. Purple team has just been...
Oh, and talking about that catch out, here's Zed. He's going to go down quick. Garen finishing him off with the Demacian Justice.
Not sure what Zed was doing over there, but just Purple team doing a great job of finally grouping up together and picking off Zed.
And that's a key play. I did not time the dragon, but my dragon senses tell me it might be soon. So you can see they're going to group up.
They need a group up. They need to force something. They want to fight 4v5 right now.
And without Zed, he is one the key carry on the other team right now. He is really big. So
problem is minions are all the way pushed up to the turret, so they can't really do anything about it. Dragon's not up. Really, there's really nothing that they could have done at that point.
Yeah, Baron was the only big objective, and it's still a little early to do that. You would take a lot of damage from Baron.
Oh, wrong button.
What were you trying to find?
The D button.
Directed cam. Alright,
items.
So we see boards going down, they're heading toward it. I think that dragon's about to come up.
Yeah,
my dragon's essentially right, and you see blue is in position. Purple knows though, and they're coming down quick.
Oh, Blitzcrank almost got a good grab there on Elise.
Oh, Moomoo's fantastically
positioned. Moo knows them all where they're all at. That's just great wording by blue team right now. Look at this. They know exactly where purple team is, so they'll be able to take this dragon without a problem. If it comes up. I think it's going to come up in the next 6 minutes or so.
Yeah, I'm surprised that it's not up yet. I saw all the boards go down, and it has been quite some time since the last one. I think perhaps they mistimed it, because it definitely looked like they were setting up. They were all grouping up around it.
Double Bork going down right now on blue team with Zed and Varus. Misfortune was able to pick up that fast black cleaver. Again, that's just What if they're able to do a 5v5 team fight and Misfortune gets a great ult on all of them? That's just going to do so much damage. That's just going to reduce so much armor from Black Cleaver.
And here comes that dragon fight. You can see wards everywhere. Lux is showing it. She's poking the Misfortune.
Garen is split off right now. So
Rengar's popped the ult. He wants to find someone out. He sees Zed. Oh, Thresh missing the hook on Zed, but forcing him to use
I would engage
shadow.
now. I would engage now. The blue team is split off. They need to get a good engagement. They go. Amumu's going to go in and get a nice ulti on 4 of them. Misfortune with a nice ulti on 3 of them. Thresh goes down by Varus. Elise is going to go down from Zed.
Amumu falls.
It's 2 down, 2 for 2, 3 for 2.
You see that Zed just doing work, but Rengar might be able to pick him off. Nice, a 4 for 3, pretty even fight actually. Not bad at all for purple considering they're behind. Oh, good flash by Rengar.
Good flash. Can Lux get the? Can they get the kill here though on Rengar?
I think he should be able to escape, but he doesn't have many wards in their own jungle.
Yeah, they shouldn't be chasing at this point. They should just need to push a tower or something. Unless they might.
They saw him.
Blitzcrank saw him. And Lux coming in right now.
Oh, and
great kill. Nice shutdown there.
Yeah, good shutdown, Gold. Rengar got like 3 kills in that fight, or 2 or 3 kills in that fight.
That was just a very weird fight overall because there was very little focus. It was just like it was a combination of like 3 different skirmishes going on.
And you know what won it was Garen landed his silence on Zed, which was good, but as soon as that silence came off, Zed ulted right on Misfortune and immediately took her out. And when you have an assassin that's so big like that and he can just insta-kill your carry, that really hurts. Now, Misfortune did get off a pretty good ulti because of the Garen silence on Zed, but it wasn't enough.
Amumu was also able to get a very good ult. I think really the determining factor of that fight was that Amumu ult, because Amumu was able to get all of them not only stunned, but stunned in a very, very separated manner. So at that point, the rest of blue team was able to go in there and separate the rest of purple team out.
And we see blue going back for that dragon, picking it up for free, which is a little sloppy by purple, going off the farm top, knowing that the dragon is still up, but... so that's going to spawn around 30.
Oh, good pull there by Garen, but there's no follow-up by Lux.
And I don't think he even expected he was going to land that. He did not.
I didn't think he was going to land that either.
He didn't even use his power fist.
Oh, Rengar coming in. This is going to be a great fight for Mumu is bot lane. Great ulti there by Misfortune, able to get everyone. Zed going in on Misfortune right now. Lux with an ulti gets 3 of them. Is able to take out Thresh, but Misfortune is low. Rengar is low. Zed is
oh, great job by Lux picking up Misfortune on the chasing kill. Man, that fight was so close to going great for purple. You can see that Varus and Blitzcrank both escape with very minimal health.
That was so close. A beautiful fight by blue team because there was a 4v5 engaged by purple team. So like theoretically, blue team should get demolished at that point. But Rengar, Lux is being caught out right here. Not Lux, I'm sorry. Elise is being caught out.
Oh, but he might be able to pick up this Lux. Oh, and with Garen coming in, they are going to kill it. Lux and Elise both go down. They're chasing onto this Amumu, but they're both pretty low. Amumu might be able to pick up this Rengar, and he's going to have to run because those tears hurt.
Tears of pain.
So, what happened? That was actually a pretty ideal fight for purple team. Thresh landed his hook right onto the Varus. They pulled him in. Elise landed her cocoon follow-up on him. Misfortune, great ulti straight down the lane. But Varus then popped his cleanse, popped his flash. He escaped with just like less than 100 HP. And then things just went wrong. They did not quite have just the teeniest bit of damage.
Again, and that's just another thing of focus. There were so many people on purple team there were so many people on blue team that were just so low that purple team wasn't able to focus them down. Had they focused down on those on those people and get the kills rather than spreading the damage around, they're going to spread the damage around regardless because of Misfortune's ulti and Garen's spin. But really, Rengar and Elise should have been on duty to just
blow that Varus up more. Although Rengar did use ulti to jump on the Varus. So I think they just the slightest bit short of where they need to be. And there were some things that they did really well, too, though. Like, Zed jumped on Misfortune. Everyone just turned on him instantly and blew him up. But if they didn't pick up those extra kills in the chase, if Misfortune hadn't have died, it would have been a successful team fight. But Lux, capitalizing on their greedy chase, actually turned it back around.
Everyone that's coming in, I think, from the first game is now on this game right now. So welcome, everybody. 27 minutes into the game, 21-16 for blue team. 40.3k gold to 35.8k gold. This has been a very action-packed game, and one that, though blue team does have an advantage, purple team has been doing a great job of just sticking in this game and staying strong and not allowing themselves to really just get pushed over, really.
And you see Blitzcrank looking for the grab with the wall, throws the board down, but purple sees it. They shouldn't be going for that.
Yeah, they're just going to take this tower.
And the rotating bot, the minions have big minion wave. They're going to get this for free.
They got this one. They got a big minion wave also coming up top lane, so they're just going to put a lot of pressure up there.
And that extends their turret lead 6-2.
5-2.
Oh, 5-2. Yes, I cannot count. And
great pull by Thresh combined with the snare on Lux. Misfortune ulti and get everyone in there. Garen was able to ulti and take out Lux immediately. Elise now jumping and trying to get the kill on Blitzcrank. Great fight here by purple team. Great job.
And looks like they're going to be able to pick up the ace as Rengar chases down Amumu. Really just a great fight. Everything went pretty ideally, killing off that Lux quick. Garen had nice ulti to just finish her off. Amumu's ulti didn't land on the key targets like Misfortune and Elise. It hit only Rengar and Garen, I believe.
Here's what I think happened. Here's the problem that happened with the fight. Here's the reason why blue team lost that fight. Blitzcrank grabbed Thresh. Great, you grabbed the support. That's wonderful. And then blue team fired everything to kill Thresh.
And yeah, and you know what? He did it. Thresh, when he got pulled, he immediately popped his box and stuff, and he died. But you know what? His box was already down there. That stays after he's dead.
Yeah, and the box was up. The box slowed everyone down. Everyone was so grouped up and trying to kill Thresh that Misfortune was able to just fire the most beautiful ulti and just get everyone low. Lux got chunked down so hard that Garen just walked up and ultied her.
And it's a bit unfortunate that all the lanes were so pushed. They're not able to capitalize by taking any towers, but you can see the gold lead has shrunk a lot, just 3k difference now. And when you're talking less than 10% gold lead, it can really go either way still.
This is definitely the break that purple team needed, and this might actually end up being the turning point for purple team's comeback.
We'll have to see.
Now we got double Sunfire Capes going out on Elise and Garen. They're just going to get so tanky. We also have double Locket of the Iron Solaris on Rengar and Thresh.
Yeah, a little bit of perhaps miscommunication with the build. You'd like to see an Aegis instead on one of them, probably Thresh. Rengar picked up his Locket really early, and it's a great item for him.
And here's the problem that blue team's running into. Look how tanky purple team is. Look how tanky blue team is. There's really, you have a Mumu, but that's it. Zed is building damage, Lux is building damage, Varus is building damage, and really Blitzcrank, the only thing he's got is the Sight Stone and the Emblem of Valor. That's not really that tanky.
And it's what you talked about earlier. Blue has a really strong burst team at Zed burst, Lux burst, even the Mumu and Varus ultis. But if you get tanky enough to just survive that burst, then they don't have anything left in their tank.
That's what's going to happen. Rengar's ulting, wanting to go in and get the fight, but blue team's going to see him with that purple ward in there.
Lux misses the snare.
Lux misses the snare. Elise gets her snare. Misfortune gets a great ult on there. Zed goes down. Thresh is throwing the lantern in there for the shield. Lux gets a nice ulti up there, but this is just too much damage from purple team. Really, they're just too tanky because blue team does not have the damage to be able to outwithstand all that tankiness.
Oh my goodness. And good Thresh grab onto Varus.
Beautiful Thresh grab.
You might be able to pick him up now. Good cleanup. And if they chase Lux, that might be a little too much. Could see Elise going down. But looks like they're all just going to back off.
Great play by purple team. Rengar had ulted in and was going in there. And that could have spelled a lot of trouble because blue team did have the vision ward. Blue team did know that Rengar was in there, but Lux missed the snare. And once Lux missed the snare, I think that was pretty much...
I mean, yeah, what went so well there, Lux misses her snare. That's a long cooldown. You only get 1 or 2 of those per fight. And then Rengar's ulti reveals the enemies, so Elise walked up, landed her cocoon on Zed. Zed died before he could use a single ability. He died instantly, and he's their biggest burst right now. He has 8 kills. He's huge for them. And then from there, it was already a 4v5 just at the start. And of course, when you're all grouped up like that, Misfortune's ulti will shred you.
This is why Misfortune is so strong right now. Misfortune, Black Cleaver, and with an ulti, especially fights a dragon, fights at Baron, fights in the jungle. Small corridors where Misfortune can just land a nice, beautiful ult is just so devastating for the other team.
And what we saw before, we had a 3k gold lead for blue team. Well, after picking up the tower and the dragon, they're both within 1k of each other. This game is essentially even this late in the game.
And this, right now, Zed is bot lane. Purple team is still gathering around Baron, doing the Baron dance.
And if he knows Zed's bot, he might push in for this. Unfortunately,
but there's the ward there. There's the vision ward up there, so there's nothing Purple team can do. Great grab there by Blitzcrank. Gets the Thresh. Bandage tossing in. And, oh my gosh, that was a great pickup there for blue team. Not what Purple team needed at the moment. Purple team had a great advantage building up, and Thresh just got caught out of position there.
Now we'll have to see.
Oh my god, that grab! Had he grabbed it, that would have felt so much trouble for Purple team.
Yes, that would have made it a 3v5 and for sure an easy Baron attempt. But as it is, it's 4v5 in favor of blue team, but they still don't want to go for that Baron. It'll just do a little bit too much damage to them. They don't want to risk it.
Ooh. Great cocoon there.
Just throwing down some harass onto that Zed, doing him a little bit of poke damage. Baron going to throw a little poke damage onto that Lux. See Baron's Blitzcrank's just looking for the grabs. He's just up there, just posturing for it, and everyone is.
I disagree with blue. I disagree with the stance that blue is doing right now. Blue took out Thresh. They needed to find a way to get an engage going. Purple team did a great job of not allowing that engage, but it's just they killed Thresh, and what did they get out of it? Nothing.
Yeah, I mean it's good gold. But he was the support. He does have 7 deaths, so he's probably not I don't think he's worth anything. His kill was very early on, so I think he's probably worth a minimal amount of gold, and just not taking advantage of the 4v5 situation. I think
Rengar's ulted, wants to go in and engage, I think.
Now tower diving then would be a bad idea.
What a pull by Blitzcrank! Thresh with a nice grab on Amumu. Misfortune, maybe a premature ulti there.
Yeah, and I think Purple should back off here.
Yeah, this is bad. A fight without Misfortune ulti is going to be very, very bad.
And you can see they're running away. They know Garen's already below half health. Oh man, Thresh is going to get caught by this Blitz. Ooh, he's trying to juke. He's trying to juke. And he misses the grab. And Thresh is going to walk away for free. Good job by Thresh not taking the most obvious path back to the base, knowing that he was in trouble and he needed to try to juke something.
If you are running away from skill shots and you're in the fog of war, always run in a direction that is unexpected and unpredictable. I always tell people, run in a direction that would be considered very stupid, because chances are they're not going to aim that skill shot in that direction. So that was just a great job by Thresh dodging that blitz grab.
And the game continues. We see everyone building up more and more items. Misfortune's finished her Phantom Dancer now. She's up to 3 items. Varus finished his Infinity Edge and his Blade of the Ruin King. He's going to really start to hurt. Now, unfortunately, it looks like he's kind of going for a Phantom Dancer next, when he really needs that armor pen. He's going to start doing less and less damage as you get more and more armor on this team. You see Garen with the Sunfire, Elise with the Sunfire, Rengar and Thresh both have the Locket. That gives some armor. Like Varus, he's going to become a non-factor if he doesn't pick up that armor pen.
And I think that's the biggest problem right now, because not only Varus doesn't have the armor pen, but neither does Zed.
Yeah, that's 2 people who just their damage is getting less by them not building that. Zed hasn't actually built anything in quite a long time. He hasn't been farming much lately.
Zed is sitting on 1,900 gold right now, 1,600 by Varus. But they just don't want to go back. They don't want to risk that Baron attempt. But just look how tanky they are. Look how tanky Purple Team is. Purple Team is playing this game so beautifully right now.
Now this could be what they need. And Garen flashes. Oh,
that was a great ulti by Varus.
But I don't think it's going to be enough.
Amumu's coming in from the top now. We'll be able to, if he gets a nice bandage shot, he might be able to get a good ulti in, but just look at that.
Oh my goodness! Now, good grab by Chris to finish off the Elise, and blue side or purple side's going to get aced, and that could be the game. This late in the game, they have 30 seconds.
That's at least one inhibitor.
They can get an inhibitor. They can probably get an inhibitor and Baron. Now, what went so good for them that fight? That Lux laser, it hit 4 people. That's huge this late in the game when she's built all AP, and she finished her magic pen. It did huge amounts of damage. Rengar did jump on her and managed to kill her, but she got all of her bursts off first, so it didn't really matter. Miss Fortune was a little late to the fight. Her bullet time didn't hit anyone except for Varus, and it barely got him.
They were just
and they're gonna go for
they're gonna go for the game. I don't know if they'll be able to get it. Thresh is up. Rengar's coming up in 7 seconds, but I don't know if that's gonna be enough. I don't know if they're gonna be able to stop this.
Oh man,
this might be the game. Oh, they're going for the kill on Thresh instead of going for the Nexus. Rengar's coming up. Garen and Miss Fortune up. Garen's up. Elise is coming up in a second.
Oh man, Varus,
they're going for it. They're going for it. Can they get the Nexus here?
Oh my goodness, and just barely not quite. Good job by Rengar focusing on Varus instead of a more Blitzcrank. Take out the main damage source.
And that was all on blue team. And blue team could have ended it, but they decided to go for the kill on Thresh. Had they completely ignored Thresh and just gone for the Nexus, it would have been game over.
But now look, 4 of them dead. They can easily get a counter Baron or a counter inhibitor.
I would go for the Baron. I would go for the Baron.
And we'll see what they choose to do. Looks like they're heading off toward that Baron. There's nothing Lux is going to be able to do to stop it. She'd probably go for the steal, but we'll have to see how good Rengar is at smiting. They should be able to pick this up without a problem. But Elise
going on Lux. This could be really, really bad for Lux.
Oh man, and she's going to have to retreat from that. And I mean, Lux does have vision of the Baron, so she does know exactly when to laser. Should see it coming up. Not
going to try for it.
A little surprising. It was off cooldown. She was in range, but
so what happened that last team fight? Like what I was going to say is like they got caught right here. 2 of them got caught, and I'm pretty sure there was so much miscommunication and uncoordination from Purple Team that like if you don't have coordination in a team fight, you're going to lose. There's just no way to be able, like, if you don't focus on champions and not focus on who you're killing, who you're damaging, then it's just not going to work out for you. And every fight that Purple Team has won was won because they did such a great job of just focusing all of their abilities together and getting that nice, strong AoE packed punch that they have with Garen, Rengar, Elise, and Miss Fortune.
So, good grab.
Oh my gosh, that grab by Blitz, the God hand. Zed going in now, wanting to get the kill on Rengar.
Goes invisible, but gets picked up anyway. Blitz has an Oracle, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he was unable to ulti and get away, and that's gonna make this hard. It is 4v5 now with the Baron buff. You might be able to hold off. Especially if they try to go for a turret. Honestly, blue should probably just go straight up mid for the Nexus. There's no turrets stopping them, and it's 4v5.
So here's how big a mistake it cost you. Purple Team was 1,000, 2,000 gold behind before they got caught here in mid lane, and then once that happened, even with them getting those 4 kills at the Nexus Tower, they are now what?
6,000 behind still.
6,000 gold behind.
You see that Baron buff is going to keep them in the game for now, though. Baron is really strong. I forget
40. I think it's 40 plus attack damage, 40 plus ability power. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, and the health regen, of course, really strong. So it looks like blue is a little hesitant to tower dive them while they have that on them, which is great. It might
beautiful attack there by Lux. I remember going in for the ulti, gets the tower. They might be able to get the kill on the Elise here.
Oh, and Elise just thinking that they could fight it, but she was unfortunately a little bit mistaken. It seems like Miss Fortune was hesitant.
Miss Fortune didn't have the ult. She ulted top lane earlier.
She ulted to clear out the minions top wave, and they paid for that in that fight there.
That was a 3-0 right there, and this might be the game right there.
Oh, and Miss Fortune getting caught out of position. Dodges the Lux snare, but she's going to get picked up after the bandage toss. And
this is game.
That is going to be the game.
Oh my goodness. Great